Welcome to the Flora Sage Podcast, a place where we help you create a life you're excited about. Hello. Today we are going to talk about the difference between being coached and consuming free content. And I promise you, this is not a sales pitch, okay? How often have you gone online and sought out your favorite content creators, okay? So this could be a comedy person. This could be someone who does educational stuff. This could be someone who produces spiritual content, whatever that may be, business content, whatever. So you sit there and you consume every single post, every single video, every single blog that person does. And you're like, yes, oh my God, this is amazing. This is so good. And you have all this free content and you're consuming all of it. And for a moment, the moment that you're listening or watching or reading, you feel inspired. You feel happy. You feel excited. You feel like, you know what? I could probably do that. Or wow, this was so transformational. Or wow, this like totally lit me up today. Oh my God, this was amazing. And then you keep scrolling, and what happens is you forget what you just read. You forget what you just heard. You forget what you just experienced. Even if it was really transformational in that moment, it's gone. It's gone. And at the end of the day, if somebody were to ask you, hey, what was that post that you were so excited about earlier in the day? What was that post about? 9 out of 10 times, if not 10 out of 10 times, that person's going to be like, I can't remember, but it was really exciting and really motivational, but I can't remember. So now on the flip side, let's just say that your coach offers Voxer access. So Voxer is kind of like the WhatsApp for coaches. So a lot of coaches use Voxer, a lot of coaches use WhatsApp, a lot of coaches use, Telegram. But essentially, this is a voice app where you can literally have real-time access, 24/7 access to a coach of some sort, or a mentor, or your family, or whomever. So in any case, so now I want you to envision in the morning, you see that person's content and it triggered something for you. Like you read something and you were like, oh my God, this is amazing. I'll give you an example. So this morning I was reading some free content on my spiritual teacher's Instagram page and was like, oh, this is amazing. I love this. But then that made me think of a question, and that made me kind of ponder something. And I was like, I'm just going to pop in and ask her. So I popped into the voice app that we use and I said, okay, I have a question. I read your post today about yada, yada, yada. And at first I felt this, but then all of a sudden, as I sat with it, it brought up so much more. And so I shared with her what it brought up, and then a question, actually, I think I had several questions about that particular thing that it brought up. Well, then she pops in and was like, oh my God, I love this question. Yes. And so she shared more specific teaching around that particular thing for my specific situation, and really helped me to really look at how I could apply that free content to my life. And that was life-changing. So if you ask me tonight, hey, what was that conversation that you had with Samaha Yogini today? And that like aha moment that you had, I'd be like, oh my God, like where do I start? And I would share with you like all this stuff. So see the difference? That free content evokes that, like I said, it's that kind of elusive, short-term feeling of, oh yeah, this is great, I'm excited, or wow, that's so profound, and that's so spiritual, and all this other stuff, versus when you invest in a mentor or a coach and you commit to creating change in your life in some form or fashion, whether it's building a business, whether it's having a deeper spiritual practice, whether it's clearing out all the bullshit that's keeping you from having a life that you're excited about, whether it's simplifying your life, whatever it is, you allow yourself to commit. You make that investment of your time and your money, and you commit to asking the questions, to getting real and raw with your mentor and your trusted advisor. Then what happens is they can coach you and support you in your life to those things that specifically are impacting your life. And what happens is all of a sudden, real transformation occurs. Real transformation occurs. Now, can you have real transformation with the free stuff? Abso-freaking-lutely. Absolutely. I can't tell you how many times I've had people come into my realm and be like, oh my God, Flora, your videos change my life. Your books, they change my life. Your podcast changes my life. And I'm like, thank you. Thank you. That is why I am here. But for those people that choose to work with me privately, hands down, they get 1,000%, if not more, return on their investment of time and the return on their investment of the energy exchange that we call money. Because that's really what money is. It's truly a energy exchange. You work for an hour for your employer and they say, all right, so we feel that you are worth $35 an hour. So therefore you work for us for 1 hour. We're going to give you $35. Boom. That's a value for value energy exchange. And so when you really truly allow yourself to say, where am I struggling in my life and how long have I been struggling in this particular area? How long? It could be a month, it could be a year, it could be 5 years, it could be 10 years. Okay, so you're struggling with this particular thing in your life for 10 years or 5 years or even a year. What have you done? Well, first of all, do you want to fix it? Do you want to shift or change that thing in your life? If you don't want to shift it or change it, there you go. Then it's not a problem. It's not a problem because it's a welcomed thing in your life. It's an issue that you have that you do not feel the need or desire to change or shift. Okay, perfect. But let's just say that there is something in your life that's plagued you. Maybe you want to lose 10 pounds and everything that you try, you're like, oh my gosh, it is just not working. Like, what the heck? And then all of a sudden you see this fitness person online and you start to follow them and what their message said, it like totally rings true. You're like, oh my gosh, yes. So you follow them on social media, you consume their content, and every time that you connect with them, you just feel inspired. You feel like, oh my gosh, I just love this. Well, then all of a sudden, that fitness coach is offering a 6-week program to help you lose that last 10 pounds. And you're like, oh my gosh, like this is totally made for me. So maybe you pop into their DMs and you ask them all these questions. You know, I've tried diets before and blah, 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 and they haven't worked. And so what makes your program different? And all the questions that you have. And I'm sure they either have a sales page or they'll gladly answer your questions. So then you're like, okay, well, yeah, I'll try it. So then you join the group and you get, access with them via some type of voice app. All of a sudden, you have a conversation and you say, my weight resistance as far as losing that last 10 pounds started during my divorce. And I have a really hard time seeing myself 10 pounds lighter because of this, and this. Then all of a sudden that coach can go, okay, so it possibly might not be a diet or exercise thing. This might be a mindset thing. And allowing yourself to kind of dig deeper with that coach and clearing that mindset stuff, clearing the emotional stuff, clearing the spiritual stuff, clearing the mental and emotional things that are tied in with the weight and your divorce. Now, all of a sudden, when you come to terms with that and come to peace with it, the weight falls off and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I lost that last 10 pounds. Holy shit. Like, seriously? What? What? And you're just mind blown. That's the power of investing in real transformation. That is the power of investing in working with someone one-on-one, because they can help you specifically in your life around the things that are plaguing you, the things that obviously are in alignment with their niche, but they can help you specifically. And it's not just, helping you for 10 minutes. It's truly creating that lasting change that is going to impact the rest of your life. So really give yourself permission today to look at what's going on in your life. What issues do you have that literally have been holding you back for the last month, for the last year, for the last 5 years, for the last 10 years? Because the thing is, if you knew what to do and how to fix it, and you really wanted to change it, it wouldn't be a problem, because it wouldn't even be a thing, because you'd fix it. You'd already have it done. It would be a non-issue. And so if you allow yourself to recognize what's going wrong, what's off kilter, what is tripping you up, and you give yourself permission to take personal responsibility and say, you know what, I'm done dealing with this. I need some accountability. I need some personal accountability. I need to step up, put some skin in the game, and say, all right, you know what? I know what to do. I know how to do it, but I can't do it on my own. And we're not meant to. We're not meant to be in this world by ourselves. We're meant to literally be in a tribe and a village of people. It truly takes a village to raise a child, and we are all children, okay? We are all children on this planet. So when you invest in a coach or a mentor or a program, what happens is now you got some skin in the game. Now you're like, okay, I invested like $500, or I invested $5,000 or $50,000, whatever your budget is. I invested X number of dollars in this program. Come hell or high water, I am going to put forth the effort, ask the questions, dig deep, and get results. And what happens is you get results. You ask those questions, you get the coaching, you get the support. You get raw and real. And when you do that, right there is when that transformation happens. It's incredible. So like I said, this is not a sales pitch. I've had so many people over the years come to me and ask what the difference between private coaching and the free stuff is. You've got skin in the game. You have made a commitment to yourself to make some real and lasting change, whatever that might be, whether it's losing 10 pounds, whether it's decluttering your house or your life, whether it's learning how to create an investment portfolio, whatever it is, you hire an expert that is an expert at whatever that thing is that is bothering you, that you want to figure out how to fix, or that you want to figure out how to resolve it in your life. You make that investment and it's going to happen. It's going to happen. I see a therapist every single week, and that therapist is an expert at therapy. It's an expert at guiding people to solution, guiding people to aha moments. I have a spiritual mentor and guru. She guides me in my spiritual practice. I'm very solid in my spiritual practice, but where I have questions and when I have questions, boom, I don't even hesitate. I pop in, I ask her, she shares with me some real talk, and I'm like, oh my gosh, yes, this is so good. It's so good. It may not be the answer I want to hear, but it's the answer that I need to hear. So I hope that this clears up that question. Let me know if it does or doesn't. Feel free to send me an email, support@florasage.com. My team and I will get it But this is big. This is really big. And all the years that I've been coaching people, this is the one thing that differentiates people that make progress and the people that don't. The people that have the skin in the game, that are committed to their results, and who are willing to take personal responsibility for their life. They're willing to invest in themselves. Like I said, whether it's a program, whether it's reading a book, having a book club, it's investing in learning something new and having someone else keep you accountable. Because again, if you knew how to do something and you really truly wanted it, you would have it done already. Now, in that same breath, I have a coach. I have a business coach. I have a spiritual coach and mentor / guru, and I have a therapist. So, and I am a coach. So I know the value of leaning on someone else's expertise and leaning on someone else's knowledge, while also honoring what I know that I know. But then I also know that there's a lot that I don't know. And that's the beautiful thing about hiring someone and having other people in your corner, because then you don't have to do it all on your own. You can say, okay, this is what I know, and I know that you know this other stuff that I don't know. So let's work together so that you can help me clear my shit, or so that you can help me get to that next level of where I know I'm ready to be. So I hope that this serves you. I hope that this helps you. I love you, and I will see you in the next episode. Mwah! Have a fabulous rest of your day. So if you've been loving these episodes, it would mean the world to me if you would rate this podcast on iTunes. A 5-star rating is what I always aim for. Thank you for listening to today's podcast episode. All links mentioned are in today's show notes.